in the building, man. Man, this show about to be so fire. I'm over here smoking, bro. Like for real. Like my computer is smoking right now. I'm gonna have to go get some water to pour on this thing. God damn, what the hell y'all been talking about before I got on here, man? What the hell?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, nah, it was some stuff happening for real. This ain't alleged. But yo, man, it's your boy West Coast, Mr. AKA Mr. Run the Damn Ball, Mr. AKA $ West Coast 1482. You dig? But hey, man, listen, it is the power hour. It is the power hour, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., 1 p.m. to 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. That is the power hour. The three amigos of Cowboy content will be smacking y'all around them for that hour. And you already know, listen to me, man. A lot of us is just waking up. A lot of us is coming off of lunch breaks. And a lot of us is walking out of the studios of other shows. So every now and then we going to be late. You want to know why? Because we like to make an entrance, baby. Listen to me, man. I'll tell y'all this right now. Somebody invite you to a party, bro, you better not be the first one there. That's lame. We ain't doing that in 2023. You feel me? We stepping in the building. You feel me? Fresh dig. So, yo, let's get it, man. I'm excited. Landlord's excited. HTM's excited. Hey, man, I don't know. Do I really gotta? Well, West Coast, the nice thing to do would be introduce these guys. So let me go ahead and introduce these dudes for the one or two people that have not been in the show all season. If you don't know who these guys are, shame on you. Does that
shame on you?
I gotta get that sound. I gotta get that sound effect. Shame on you. You feel me? Because you supposed to be on your job. You feel me? But we still love you anyway. But go ahead, landlord. Let them know who you is. Let them know where they can find y'all, and let them know your social media telephone number. You know what that is? Your handles.
Yes, sir.
What's your phone number?
Already, man. Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media, man. Just holler at your boy. Instagram, Twitter, you know, everywhere. TikTok, I'm everywhere, man. Just holler at your boy, man.
Yes, sir. And then, yo, man, I got this guy down here that man, word on the internet is he kind of look like me, man. It's crazy, man. Crazy, man. But yo, HTM, where you from, man? Let them know where you're banging from, my boy.
Hey, man, it's your boy HTM Sports. It's Henny DeMoore, man. You can catch me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. That's where I'm operating from. And I even got some articles for you on WordPress. So just tap in.
Yeah, hey, man, I'm gonna tell you a story. The first time me and Boss ever went live, right? I said the same thing to him. I said, Boss Cowboy, where can they find you at? And this dude said at your local Chuck E. Cheese, bro.
I would have said at your local trap house. You know how I get down.
Said at your local I remember that to this day.
That's
all right,
hilarious.
Yeah, that's
hilarious. Henny, your volume low, sir. Well, you probably need to scoot up. You probably need to scoot up.
Let me see. How about now?
Now y'all know Henny. Henny, don't get mad when I say this now, but y'all know Henny a football nerd, right? So he a cool dude. He trying to be relaxed and cool, but I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Henny, he up close and personal. You feel me? So when he laid back like that, y'all gotta tell him scoot up a little bit. But you know when Henny lean into that mic, you best to shut up and get your clipboard out and get your calculator out too, because he about to drop some on that ass. You feel me?
Maybe some of that alleged smoke made his way over there. You know.
Henny, you a little relaxed this morning. What's going on? You a little relaxed this morning. You know what I'm saying? What's going on?
Hanging with Big OS Coast too long.
Man. Yeah, what's going on, man? You know
I plead the fifth. I don't know nothing. See, that's the problem. That's the problem with y'all young folks. Y'all get in the investigation rooms and y'all just be talking. Y'all had to tell them folks nothing. Y'all to be giving details, birthdays, locations. We
don't know nothing. We don't know anything.
Hey, before I do these SS, I'm gonna give my boy a shout out. Hey, my boy Henny really. My boy Henny is really the pilot of all this, man. He really the one that get us all together and make sure everybody's on here at 10, man. So salute to my boy for being on this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm going to tell you this right now. When you're not motivated, stay consistent or keep people like HTM Sports in your life that's going to blow your ass up every day and remind you, hey, Brad, we're supposed to be doing a show today. You feel me? So that's salute to you, my boy. Salute to you, definitely. So, yo, let's go ahead and show some love to some people that's helping us pay some bills up in here, man. Because you guys already know without this, man, this don't work without you. You feel me? So this is what I need everybody to do. I know a couple of you guys have already done it. So I'm going to go ahead and give some shout outs to some people I see on the tubes of you. And that is my boy JB2. I see you, my boy. I see Jeremy from Texas over there. Brandon, I see you, my boy. And then I see Richard Richard by any means. I see you, my boy. And then I see Iceberg Slim over there representing Wrench Gang. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. Hey, who you guys see over there on your content and Facebook? I'm coming to you. It's just taking a minute to load.
Yeah, man. I got the boy T Smooth TV over here tapping in with me at HTM Sports. I see Brian Kite over here tapping in. I appreciate you, man. Joe Tranchina, I see you, man. He said, "What's up to your landlord as well?"
What's
Jazzy
happening?
Jeff, let me know the volume better. I just adjusted it a little bit, so let me know some. And I see my boy Mike Aldana in here. He said, Bama got a little West Coast center.
Yes, sir. Hey,
Uh,
shout out to one of my OG, triple OG, triple OG, triple OG, Brian Smith for the 240 stars. Appreciate you, boy.
Hey, let me holler at my people over here in the trap with me, man. Shout out to Donnell Lamar. Shout out to Too Broke to Pay Attention, man. I love that name. Shout out
I
to
do
Mr.
too.
T Smooth. Shout out to Joe China over the bell. Hey, he didn't transition to YouTube. I know you ain't on YouTube too. He got about 6 phones. Shout out to Kevin Thomas in the building and Eternal Dynasty Hoodlum. You know what I'm saying? King, Xavier, Jameson Taylor. What's happening, everybody, man? What's going on?
Hey, shout out to my boy Willie Stover with the 100 band. Hey, man, make sure we're trying to get to 2,000 stars over here on Facebook. So if you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that star button. Man, my vendor, he moved to China, then he moved back to America, then he moved back to China, and then now he back in America. But yo, I got run the damn ball hats and jerseys coming in, man. So make sure you guys hit that star button. You feel me? Hit that star button. Let's get it. All right, so yo, man, let's go ahead and my boy, let me. Well, hold up, I got a couple people I need to say. Did I do my Facebook? No, I didn't. Hey, so yo, you guys know when West Coast goes live on Facebook, you guys got to hit that share button, that star button. Let me run through these real quick. Hey, Jose, appreciate you, my boy. Hit that star button. Frank, what's up with you, Frank? Hey, Frank, hey, your attendance has been on par, my boy. I'm saluting you. I see you, man. I see you in these Cowboy streets. Joseph Warren, what's up with you? Hutchik, ooh. Hey man, you got one. You got one. I'm gonna jump in there and try it though. He is Hutcha, Hawthorne. What's up, boy? Adrian Johnson. What's up with you? Christopher Shaquille. What's up with you? Joe Trenchine. I see you. Frank. I see you. John Cofield. What's up with you, sir? And Tro Trainer again. I see you. All right, so yo, make sure you guys hit that star button. Make sure you guys. Oh, Dwayne, I see you over there too, sir. Appreciate you. Shout out OD Dwayne and Derek, my last people I see over there. Hey, if you guys say what's up, send some stars. I'm gonna give you some shout out. You already know how we do, man. So let's get it, man. So hey, man, what's on your mind, man? What's on your mind? I know Henny texted me early this morning, telling me about a deadline for Dak Prescott as far as an extension. Then Dak Prescott kind of came out, 2 days ago and said that, hey, shout out my boy Chad with the 500 stars. Hey, Chad, you're only 2,000 stars away from getting your run the damn ball hat, my boy. Appreciate you. Then Dak Prescott came out himself. Clarence Walker basically asked him, like, what are your thoughts on, getting extended and, wanting to, get. And it's funny because you could tell the way that Dak, what's up, Donnie? You could tell the way Dak answered. You could tell the way Dak answered the question that he wasn't really going to try to talk about money. So Clarence tried to flip it. He said, and what about your thoughts about you being here, for a long time? And then that's when Dak kind of got a little comfortable and start answering the question a little bit better. What's up, Joe Mo? I see you, boy. But I actually liked Dak's answer. And I want you guys to talk about what are your guys' thoughts on Dak getting extended, when he'll get extended, and anything like that about Dak and his money.
Well, the reason I had hit you up because while the salary cap is not real, right? There are certain places you need to be with the salary cap at certain points, right?
Deadlines.
Yeah, so there is a deadline for the cap. All teams have to be in compliance and under the salary cap by Wednesday of next week at the start of free agency, right? Currently, the Dallas Cowboys are $10 million over the salary cap, and the easiest way to clear that amount of space is to give Dak Prescott his extension, right? Because even if you work out something with Tyron Smith, odds are you're not saving $10 million on that deal because you're not cutting him. Like they already publicly said, they want to retain Tyron Smith. They want to rework the contract, but odds are they're not cutting him. So you're not going to save $10 million because the $10 million save is by you cutting him. So that's off the table. Ezekiel Elliott, they were vocal about him being here and wanting him to be a Dallas Cowboy. Well, you only save $10 million by cutting him. So since those are going to be 2 restructures, you might not really get underneath the $10 million. So,
and remember, if you cut Zeke now, which is not before June 1st, you're only going to save 5.
Exactly.
So you'll still have to move some money.
Mm-hmm. So with that said, right, the easiest way to clear the biggest amount of money is just by extending your quarterback. And you want to keep Dak Prescott. He is your best option going forward. And you know, an extension saves you about $25 million against the cap. So it's a smart thing to do. And if I was a betting man, I would bet, you know, that the contract comes over the weekend.
Yeah. I think him and Tyron probably come very soon. You know what I'm saying? They gonna extend both of them players, and I think it's the best move for the team. Like a lot of people trying to kick Tyron off a bridge and kick him under the bus and stuff.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not finna do that to the Hall of Fame Gold Jack and Tyron Smith. I'm not finna do it, especially when my offensive line is shambles. I'm not doing that. So I would like to bring him back, extend him. You know, that's it. At the very least, he's security. You know what I'm saying? At the very least, he's somebody that could step in and produce. So when he can walk, man, he's 100% healthy right now, sir. He's healthy. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that.
Exactly.
Don't do that.
He was healthy to start last season.
He didn't want to smoke early, daughter. He wanted to let us come out like he wanted to smoke early. Okay.
Yeah, Henny tried to, you know what I'm saying? You know how, listen to me. We didn't already forgave him for that. You know what I'm saying? So he walking in new grace now. You can't, the Lord said when you ask for forgiveness, he throw it in the sea of forgetfulness. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not, when he healthy, he healthy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When he healthy, he healthy.
Now, so like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by Mr. HTM. Before I was interrupted, I was saying, like I was saying, you know how them people be mad. Like I was saying,
you gotta hit him with a furthermore.
Anyway, you know what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying. I want to make sure I stretch out Tyron money.
Hey, real quick, HDM. Please sit up close to the mic and turn your mic up as loud as possible. I got you turned up on everybody's platform. Let me get a 1, 2, 3, just so we can kill this in the comment box. Go ahead, Henny. Say so. And I got you turned up as loud. Go ahead.
I got my mic all the way up. What y'all?
You gotta scoot up, son. Here.
I think you gotta scoot up.
Oh no, this about close I can get. Let y'all want me to kiss the mic.
We gonna pause real quick.
Make sure you. We don't want you to do that, sir.
We don't want you to do that, sir.
Oh yeah, please don't.
All right, there we go. You know what I think? I just think that your system is loud. Our systems are louder. It's all good though. God is good. Y'all can hear him. Listen to me. As long as y'all can hear him, I'm gonna ask y'all to not complain. You feel me? We gonna fix it on the run. We in the air now. We can't land this airplane. If you can hear him, you can hear him. God is good. You know what I'm saying? But I promise you, the next show we'll get it straight. You feel me?
Okay. Before I was rudely interrupted. Before I was rudely interrupted by Mr. West Coast this time. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, furthermore.
But you know, we just talking. But I was saying that would open up a big avenue for us to do some moves. You know what I'm saying? If you extend Tyron Smith and Dak Prescott, I believe you can do that like shortly without too much, you know what I'm saying, drama, too much talk about it. Those are two, I feel like both of them are life for Cowboy guys. Like, and I believe they should be probably. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Dak said he don't want to play for no other team. So hey, if he's willing to work with us, we should be willing to work with him. Tyron Smith, that's your gold jacket guy. If he wanna hang up his cleats as a Cowboy and he's still playing football, I would still elect to keep Tyron Smith. That's just me. So when we clear those two, we got a lot of money, dog. We in the money. And we can make some moves. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. I love it.
Yeah, and listen, I will say this before I give it back to West Coast. Right. I have softened my stance on Tyron Smith a little bit. Right? A little bit.
We getting through to him, y'all.
It's just like family, right? It's just like family. Like they may not always be there, but I just need you there when I need you. So yeah. I tell you what, if I can get 10 games out of Tyron Smith in the regular season and he's there for the postseason, you know what? I can live with that. But I also need the Dallas Cowboys, if they're going to do this, I need them to be honest with themselves as well. Tyron Smith has not played a full season in 7 years. Get you a good swing tackle or get you a good guard, right? To improve the offensive line depth. Because either A, you're gonna kick Tyler Smith back out the left tackle if he gets hurt, or B, right? Or B, you're gonna have to need another swing tackle. So in those instances, you need some better depth than Connor McGovern, right? They cannot be a guy starting on your team if you want to be serious up front. So as long as they are proactive, if they keep Tyron Smith, as long as they bring in some insurance, because he has not played a lot of games.
Hey man, how many times you gonna say that, bro? God damn, we get it.
Until they understand this man has only played 17 games.
We got to get that. We don't want that going through the universe no more. Here, okay?
You, like you, like God.
Listen, I didn't have no powers. I ain't put no witchcraft on this man. I ain't spoke no hoodoo on him. He was hurt before I said, he was hurt before I said something.
Can we at least wish some good juju on his ass?
You know what I'm saying? Tyron's gonna be healthy, Lord. He's gonna be here for the rest of his career. He gonna start every game, Lord. It's gonna happen.
Thank you.
I wish I had my church, but
listen, no, we're not. No, let's hold up 1 second. That's that Stephen Jones talk. We can't do that. We can't be wishing upon the star. They be doing that all the time. I can't even go out like that. We can't do this.
Yes, but my thing is this. Last year, the Dallas Cowboys literally sacrificed a whole season to make sure that he was good. So it's like, and he played. Now, I think this is probably the best Tyron Smith you're gonna get. Because every other time he's got hurt, like a situation where we got to rush him back or we got to do this, we got to do that. Man, last year, the Dallas Cowboys literally sacrificed 15 games and was like, no, come back when you were 100. He played. Now it's like, the number one thing why I never put Tyron Smith in that box of like other guys. To me, honestly, Tyron Smith is like Dak, because realistically, Dak ain't played no full season. You know what I'm saying? And now we can say one game, he ain't missed as many games as Tyron Smith, obviously, but Dak has missed enough games to make me want to understand who's gonna be my backup quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, Tyron Smith and Dak are a lot alike in my opinion, because when they're not hurt, they're that dude. You know what I'm saying? And it's like in the NFL, man, you got to take chances on some guys, bro. Like you just don't have. You're not in a situation to have really good players that don't get hurt. Like we have one or two of those guys, and I'm not gonna say their name because I'm not gonna put no ooey on them. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. But whatever the name that popped in your head, that's who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Praise God, right?
Yeah.
Don't say the names.
One thing I do like about the situation, though, like I said, I feel like if we can get Tyron Smith, really open up a lot of doors for us, man. Tyron Smith makes it offensive line is just not this I gotta do it right now type position almost. You know what I'm saying? So think about this. Think about this. People forgetting about, we did at least see some good signs from Matt Waletzko. He got hurt. I love his footwork. I think he can come in and be a substitute if need be. You know what I'm saying? We'll have to see. But we do have capital that's spent at the backup tackle position. We do have backups. So if that was a situation that comes about, we could just throw Matt Waletzko in there and just see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he can do something. That's just me. I was a fan of what I seen from him in that very short amount of time. But we do have capital that's in the backups, and we might have to use them. We can't just let these guys just be underutilized forever. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we can go into this draft with, okay, Tyron Smith at left tackle and now Tyler Smith at left guard. I feel like that opens up the draft board for us. We don't have to go offensive line, really. You know what I'm saying? We don't really have to. And then if push comes to shove, go get you a veteran left tackle to back up Tyron. And you already got one, re-sign Peters again. You know what I'm saying? My opinion, re-sign Peters. And then now, if Tyron go down, just slide Jason Peters in the left tackle again. You know what I'm saying? You can, like I said this yesterday, and I seen a lot of little uproar on Twitter from a lot of people saying like we shouldn't let Tyron be the left tackle no more. And I think that's craziness in my opinion. This man, I almost cursed. This is a Hall of Fame gold jacket dude, bro. And he hasn't played bad at his position to warrant him not to be there. Now, he hasn't been healthy. That's what led him not to be there. It wasn't his play. Right. So you mean to tell me you are not going to allow him to do his job again? Tyler Smith didn't play that well to say that, man. What is wrong with y'all? And that's like Tyler Smith just was a Pro Bowler or something. Like he was like that. He did good. He did an admirable job. Golf clap. Hey, now we got a big dog back in here, sir. What is wrong with you?
Let me tell you. This is what I said last year. Like the Cowboys basically said that Tyler Smith was a better left tackle and was better suited to protect Dak Prescott than Tyron Smith. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't believe that statement. And if you write that statement on a piece of paper, it looks like bull crap. Like it looks like something you wouldn't believe. If you wrote that statement on a piece of paper, had these two statements on a paper, who is better? And you wrote Tyron Smith or Tyler Smith, you would look at it and be like, man, give me Tyron Smith. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then the cool thing about the game is I don't understand how the Cowboys don't understand that you get a 2-for-1 because you get an upgrade at your left tackle and you get an upgrade at your left guard. Why? Because Tyler Smith is better than Connor McGovern. Like,
that's my point. Yeah, that's my point.
Listen to me. If the Cowboys we could run this offensive line, and the only thing that can stop this offensive line is injury. He says, Justin, hey, listen, life's crazy.
Life's crazy. Don't do that.
If you're
what life crazy say?
Listen, quick. I need to say this real quick. If you call yourself a Dallas Cowboy fan and you're making fun or making jest about a player that we feel is going to help us get a Super Bowl, possibly getting injured, and he's healthy right now, shame on you. Like at some point, let's have some grown man conversations. You know what I'm saying? This is a grown man conversation. All right, let's go. Back to what I was saying. The Dallas Cowboys is a realistic team. Appreciate you, Coach Marv.
Let's see what Coach Marv said.
He says Cowboys using Hopkins scores to push down Odell Price. We'll take two. We'll take two who cheaper. Okay, we'll take that. All right, real quick. You listen to me. You need an offensive line. I'm gonna tell you how you can get an offensive line, and I'm gonna tell you the only thing that's gonna stop this offensive line is injury. Tyron Smith at left tackle, Tyler Smith at right guard, Tyler Baez at center, Zach at guard, Terrence Steele at left tackle. You know what that is?
That's a gangster old line right there, bro.
Let me say something real quick. I wish I had a soundbite. That was your projected offensive line for last year. You know what messed it up? Injury.
Tyron got hurt. Yeah.
That's what the Dallas Cowboys initially was projecting to be our starting. And guess what? You tell me how Tyron Smith and Tyler Smith on the same side. Listen to me. If you put that offensive line, you now have the best center in football too. You want to know why? Because you have a really good guard right next to he's surrounded by two guys that can really do their job.
That's a great point. Because I saying if you watch the film, Tyler was trying to help out. Tyler was trying to help out Connor McGovern way too much. Because because we know Connor McGovern is not. He shouldn't be a starting left guard in this league. Not in my opinion. Not on this line.
He should.
Not in this line. He shouldn't be a starter. So you got to think, you putting your center in a compromising situation. Your center got to help out on both sides normally. So if
every play,
on every play, and he got to snap the ball, and he got to worry about the guy in front of him. So the center, the center is that's the product. We always say DB the second hardest position, but center might be the second hardest position. They got a lot of stuff to worry about, the protections, and it's crazy. They got to hike the ball and take on a 300+ pound guy in front of them. They got to help out. They got to know everything. So center is a very important position. If you upgrade your left guard, you upgrade your center. Like real talk, you help your whole line. So that's all we saying, man.
Yeah, and think about this, landlord. You still have Jason Peters.
Yeah, you can slide Jason Peters right on in there.
And you still have let's go.
Shout out to Eternal Dynasty with the 199. He says teams will play Tyron $15 million a year right now. Man, I'm telling you, bro, y'all playing with Tyron, bro.
Listen, think about this. We didn't even get rid of him. Everybody was talking about Leo Collins was dog trash. Cincinnati jumped on his ass, bruh. Made memes about. They had Leo Collins standing by Joe Burrows talking about the new protector is in town.
Pause right up, Wes. Think about this. If y'all down on Tyron, look how quick Connor Williams got picked up. Look how quick Lyle Collins got picked up. Them boys they didn't make it no time on the open market. So how fast somebody gonna sign Tyron Smith? Come on now, this is Tyron, bro. Is y'all crazy? Don't let all of this crazy narrative. Okay, he be hurt. Yes, okay. But when he's on that field, he's one of the best. And I haven't seen him not be one of the best at left tackle. So I'm not willing to get rid of him. That's just me. Now, if I would have seen him be bad at left tackle, I swear to y'all, I'd be like, okay, it's time to let him go. I haven't seen Tyron Smith not be one of the better left tackles in football. And I said this right here on my channel, Wes. No lie. If you're down on Tyron, we understand he's an injured player. We understand that, bro. But just to ask me this, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being gold jacket right now, where would you rank Tyron Smith at left tackle? Where would you rank him right now? I ain't talking about no injuries. I'm talking about the player playing the position. Where would you rank him? And if it's anything over a 5, 6, or 7, you should keep him on your football team.
Yeah, you cap. Hey, and I'm gonna tell you this right here. For all y'all folks that keep saying that Tyron Smith is never available, he was available for them playoff games. Y'all need to check some of the stuff y'all be saying, bro. Yeah, he wasn't available for the regular season, but you won 12 games without him. Don't sound like you needed him.
Look, I see people saying 10, 8, 7. I wouldn't go lower than a 7. I wouldn't go lower than a 7 for Tyron. So if you got him like that, bro, do you understand how much better he is than a lot of people in this league? Is y'all crazy? Y'all ready to just kick him off a bridge because y'all mad he be hurt? Yeah, everybody be hurt.
Exactly. And that's why I say people say I can't overlook the fact that he keeps getting hurt. Well, guess what? Your quarterback keeps getting hurt too. But guess what? Life is about having backups, bruh. That's what and guess what, fellas? Jerry Jones wants to add another game. So there's gonna be another game. There's gonna be an 8 game.
You definitely don't want to get sassy with your worst position. Our offensive line was one of the worst units. And you want to take away somebody who's actually good? That's the same stuff we were talking about when we were saying taking away Amari Cooper. You add to this. You don't take away. This is your gold jacket guy. At the very least, he could be here to train Tyler Smith.
He could be a backup.
He could still do that, bro. Like,
a backup.
Getting rid of Tyron would not be a smart move, in my opinion. Nope. I'm sorry. I have not seen this man play bad at left tackle. Screw right tackle, because that's not what he do. I haven't seen him be a bad left tackle. When he was starting multiple games in this league at left tackle, he was dominant still. He wasn't the best, but he was still dominant. I'm not letting that guy go. No, sir.
And I'm gonna tell you this right here. The Dallas Cowboys need to build their depth like the Golden State Warriors. You know what the Golden State Warriors do? They try to build a second team that can beat their first team. Where everybody else is just starter heavy. The Lakers, the reason why we ain't good because we're starter heavy. We got a bunch of starters. We have nothing past them starters. Nothing. Golden State, you know what they got? Jordan Poole, Steph Curry. They got layered. They got Klay Thompson. Then basically, he ain't even damn near disappeared. Why? Because they got guys. You know what I'm saying? You want to have guys, man. It's not listen to me. The expectation of getting hurt just can't be on Tyron Smith. Like, come on now. You don't think that such and such is going to get hurt? Listen, you lost more than Tyron Smith last year. You lost Terrence Steele as well. Theoretically, right now, you're not even realistically in a position to even be talking about getting rid of Tyron Smith.
Time out, Wes. I got some pushback for you. It's on a whole nother subject, but it's just gonna be good content. So follow me. We understand everybody can get hurt. That's normal football. You take that risk every time you lace them up, right? Mm-hmm. But that's one of my main points is why I don't want to go in here with just CeeDee Lamb. We was blessed last year, bro. Just imagine if CeeDee would have went down.
Listen to me.
Just imagine if CeeDee would have went down, Wes.
People keep on confusing my conversation. I made 3 videos on signing DeAndre Hopkins. I am not saying that the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
I am saying that what I am saying in a hierarchy, if I walk into this house and I'm an exterminator and you have 3 rats, but you have 1 million roaches, I probably need to kill those roaches first. You know what I'm saying? You know those rats are bigger.
Hey, nah, the rats might have you out the house. The roaches, hey, they might be used to it. If they got $1 million, they used to them.
No, we gotta get these roaches up out of here first. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like the house has to get clean. Why not helps? But also I think like this. I think the weapon that you need to help CeeDee Lamb isn't as ridiculous, because the CeeDee Lamb is a what if. I want to handle problems that are realistically happening. Like,
I know, but think about, look, what if we going into a playoff game, bro?
But I can't deal. Listen to me.
That's horrifying, though.
Let me
finish.
That's horrifying. Let me finish. We can't listen to me. We can't deal with what if problems when you have actual physical problems in front of you. We got to deal with the physical problems that are aching us first. Then we can go into the subject of the what ifs. You know what I'm saying?
You do look, as a man, you do supposed to make sure every stone is left. No stone is left unturned, bro. Look, if your power go out, you supposed to have a generator.
Yes,
we supposed to be able to handle any situation. Yes, so you got to make sure you got something for that, bro.
You got to at the same time, I'm not gonna overlook the freaking big ass hole in the middle of my house while I'm trying to have an extra generator.
Yeah.
Water, you know what I'm saying?
It's a priority list, though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying you got to make sure you cover. Because look, if you don't got no generator, your wife gonna be like, so we just in the dark? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? You better go get a generator, fool.
But you also got to remember, we also disagree on this key point too, though. You know what I'm saying? I believe that Michael Gallup is going to be that weapon, though. See, we also disagree on that key point, though.
I love Michael Gallup, but I don't want to go into it believing, though. I want to know.
Listen to me. We're not. But guess what? Some of the guys that you guys are offering me, like DJ Chalk, bro. What am I believing? He's 400.
I believe DJ Shark had a better season than Michael Gallup did.
Like, of course he should have. He was held like a duh.
He wasn't held the full season either.
Bro, come on now, an ACL.
DJ Shark played less games. Michael Gallup had more yards.
Yes, he coming off of an ACL surgery though.
I don't know what he was coming off of. The boy always hurt. He had something.
DJ Shark is all ceiling though. DJ
Shark hurt too.
Hold on. Coming off of an ACL when you're not even supposed to be playing, that's totally different, bro. And
let me see.
What? And let me say you something. DJ Chark also wasn't in the first year of a contract. If Michael Gallup was in the middle of a contract, he probably doesn't even play until like Green Bay. The situations for Michael Gallup was totally different, bruh. It was totally different. The Cowboys rushed that boy, man. That's why
I just don't want to have my eggs in that basket, bro. Cause look, think about this.
Go get Hopkins.
Yeah, I would love to. Yes, sure. Sign me up. Look, this is all I'm saying though, Wes. You can't deny this. Believing in Michael Gallup and Jalen Tolbert. Who that sound like?
I'm not.
No. Who that sound like?
I don't know.
That sound like Stephen Jones to me. I don't want to sound nothing like Stephen Jones.
Not necessarily though.
That sound like Stephen Jones to me.
No, not necessarily. I'm gonna tell you why it doesn't too. You know why? Because the circumstances between those guys have changes. See, last year you were talking about a rookie Jalen Tolbert who had never played in the NFL. Honestly, unless you're a top 10 pick, that doesn't work for any wide receiver. So that was foolishness. Second,
it was.
Next thing, Michael Gallup was coming off of a torn ACL in the same year, in the same calendar year. Michael Gallup tore his ACL in January. The Cowboys wanted him to come back in August. Bro, I tore my ACL. That is unrealistic, bruh. So it wasn't that the Cowboys, listen to me, the Cowboys can sell you whatever you want to sell. Us as fans, do you buy it? It's not my fault that the Cowboys sold y'all that lie and y'all believed it. I never believed it. I was screaming, bro, Michael Gallup is like, listen, I was the main content creator screaming, do not sign Michael Gallup. Don't sign him. Why? Especially coming off this injury. And I'm going to tell y'all something else. When everybody was trying to sell me on Jalen Tolbert is going to be the dude. I was at training camp every single day, along with James Washington. I was that dude that was telling y'all that, hey, man, two things. James Washington is not good. I don't think he's going to make this team. Oh, no, James Washington, he's Dez's friend. Bruh, he is not going to make this team. Remember that?
I really thought he was going to. He tricked me.
Then I said Jalen Tolbert. I said, man, Jalen Tolbert, dude, he do his thing, but it's a dude, Dennis Houston, that they like and look way better than him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick. That's why it is super duper important as a content creator to get your ass to training camp. Training camp is the cheat code.
I won't miss another one.
It's the
I won't
cheat
miss another.
code for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm gonna tell you why, because once you see someone at their infancy, you have a starting point. So it's like, okay, I remember at training camp you was doing CeeDee Lamb, because y'all remember I didn't like CeeDee Lamb at training camp either. Remember? Because remember I kept telling y'all, man, he out there making business decisions, bro. Like, cuz out there acting weird, bro. And guess what? That translated on into the regular season.
The main thing y'all I got from y'all coming out of training camp was like not just you, but a few more other content creators. They was like, man, Dalton Schultz gonna have 100 catches. It seemed like it was just a Dalton Schultz show.
Dak got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt too though. Dalton got hurt too though. So yeah.
Hey, and since we on the conversation of tight end, let's break some folks' hearts real quick. Because listen to me. Listen, I know Law love Darnell Washington. I love it. And listen to me. We all have our position that we just kind of cut for. Tight end is one of Law's positions. Like one of my position is cornerback. Why? Because I played the position. You know what I'm saying? I have a soft spot for cornerbacks because I understand what they go through. Landlord, his soft spot is wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? My boy Hitty, if I'm not mistaken, he liked them offensive line. He like a little bit of everything. You feel me? We all have our soft spots, right? So every year he gonna tell you he want to draft a tight end. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. When the Dallas Cowboys got Jason Witten in the 3rd round, that killed any hope for me thinking that the Cowboys would ever draft anybody before the 3rd round. The Cowboys are those people that every tight end that they draft, before they look at them, they say this. Well, you know, goddamn it, we went out there to Tennessee and got that boy with the red hair, man. Remember? Even you did a wonder on that. So why would we want to give this young man a 2nd or 1st round pick, man?
It's not gonna happen. But I see that the Michael Mayer dude, they got him. Guess who he comped to?
Jason
Witten. They got him comped as Witten. So I don't see it happening.
We don't need a tight end though. We need a Kelsey tight end. Like
especially if we get him in the 1st.
Think about this. We have technically a Jason Witten tight end. Dalton Schultz is the best version of Jason Witten. Like
and they don't even like him.
And they don't like him. You guys say our Jason Witten tight end. You know what you guys say? He's not Kelsey.
He ain't special.
We want Kelsey, bro.
He doesn't change the game.
And think about this. Imagine drafting a tight end in the 1st round that can't get beat out Ferguson or Hendershot. That would be a
shout out to Danny Price, man. He said, what about Watson? I told y'all what I feel about Watson. I feel like he's an experimental type player. I don't think he's not a complete tight end right now. You know what I'm saying? He got all the ability in the world, but at Georgia, he wasn't the feature guy. That's alarming to me. So you mean to tell me you weren't a feature guy in college, but I expect you to come in here and overthrow the tight ends I got? You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that. And like, it ain't no knock on him not being the feature, but it's just the unknown for me. I didn't see him be the feature guy. Brock Bowers was the feature guy. They was literally using him like a pseudo offensive lineman. That's how they was using him from what I've seen on film.
Right.
Like they was using him like a pseudo offensive lineman that can actually catch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's crazy. All the SEC guys say the exact same thing about him. The only people that are all wooed and amazed by him are the guys who don't really follow the SEC like that. And you want to know why? Because you guys are getting sold on highlights of him pushing dummy bags across the street. That's why.
Now, Bowers is Kelsey. Power Island. Bowers is Kelsey and Kittle. That's who he is. Now, if you want a tight end, wait the next year and go get Brock Bowers. That's what I say.
Well, I also say this: like the Dallas Cowboys have hit on too many late round tight ends to even go back to that. You only missing Jason Witten. Think about where they got Blake Jarwin. Think about where they got Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz was a 4th round pick. Jake Ferguson was a 4th round pick
too. A late 4th round pick too.
Jake Ferguson was a 4th round pick. They didn't even draft Hendershot. He was an undrafted free agent, right? He just rolled in here and he had his little splashes. They really high on him and stuff like that. So just the thought of that, like whenever the Dallas Cowboys can be cheap at a position, they're gonna keep doing it until it burns them.
They will be.
Yeah. And that's why they don't want to pay Dalton Schultz. Like they have been so, consistently lucky in getting good tight end talent in later rounds. They're not going to over. And listen, I think you should keep Dalton Schultz, right? I gave his numbers. I said he has top 5 production the last 2 years of his position. So I want to keep him. But I fully understand why the Dallas Cowboys don't want to keep him.
Yeah.
So that's just how they program. So I don't expect it. And there's a bunch of guys in the later round this year they're supposed to be good. So I expect the tight end about the fourth round, just like every year.
The one thread is this finna be quick, Wes. The one thread is Mike McCarthy is a former tight end. So just like we got them soft spots for our position, he may have it too. So that's the one thing that can be the wild card in this situation. Maybe he's just in love with this guy, like you know what I'm saying, with the skill set of the player. So that's something that you might have to think about too, though, because he is a former tight end.
I mean, I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Considering my offensive coordinator, head coach is saying that my offense is not changing, to switch out your starting tight end, that's a huge change, man.
Yep.
True.
Like, that's a guy who equated 3 touchdowns in a playoff, 1 touchdown in a game where you could barely score. Remember, how many touchdowns did we score in that's 49er game? Well, Dalton Schultz scored 1 of them. You know what I'm saying? You're also
going on to the GOAT Matt in the building.
What's up, Matt? Hey, you're also replacing a guy who leads you in first downs. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not drafting anybody. If I gotta replace Dalton Schultz, it's for sure coming from Hendershot or Ferguson. It has to be someone who's already been in this offense. That's too big of an ask. Dak really, really depends on his tight end. So I'm gonna tell you this right now: if you draft a guy, you're really drafting a guy to replace Hendershot or Ferguson because they'll be moved up to Dalton Schultz's position. We're not going to smoke crack on here and say we're about to go draft some kid in the second round and start him over Ferguson or Hendershot. That makes no, that isn't.
Because at least Ferguson and Hendershot got a year under their belt in the NFL offense. And like the piggyback what you said about Dalton Schultz, like he was the second leading receiver on the entire team last year.
In the entire team, bruh. You're trying to replace your and I love when people be like, oh yeah, Dalton Schultz is just a jag. Well, okay, your jag did more than everybody else on your team except for who? CeeDee Lamb, who we know.
And he was hurt. And he missed a few games. He was hurt.
Mm-hmm. And still put up top 10 tight end numbers, even with limited games, limited snaps with Dak Prescott. Like all his stuff across the board was still top 10 in his position. So I didn't need.
But that term they use in pass catcher is alarming though, because that's right there. If you want to say a wide receiver, just say wide receiver. That's what gave them that leeway to run with it. Like
somebody said no
pass catcher. Like that's scary to me. Like
a pass catcher can be a dang running back.
you know what I'm saying? Like that terminology was alarming to me. Like that's what made everybody go wild with the idea of drafting a tight end was that terminology. It's alarming to me though. I ain't gonna lie.
And I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. Dalton Schultz also was your leading first round getter on a team that had Amari Cooper. Like some of you got the cap that you guys like. Listen to me. The negative conversation that y'all put on like if I say a positive stat about Dalton Schultz and you can't say anything positive back, you hating, bro. Like, because I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. In that 49er game, when he went past that end zone, man, y'all was not thinking the way about Dalton Schultz that you was. And when in that Tampa Bay game, when he scored 2 of the 5 touchdowns that Dak threw, like, let's just be real. Dalton Schultz was the MVP for the Dallas Cowboys in this year's playoffs.
Hey, one second.
Like, it's go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Starter Kid Duke said that Schultz numbers are inflated due to us having no wide receivers. But when we had Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, and Cedric Wilson, he was your third leading receiver on that team, and he was second in touchdowns. So the numbers were not inflated because of wide receivers. He's just that good.
Like, y'all, like, listen to me. At some point, you just need to admit, like, the kid is good. Like, let's stop, like, because I'm going to tell you, the way y'all doing Dalton Schultz is the exact same way you did Amari Cooper. You guys use unridiculous rationalizations to tear somebody down. Like, and the cold thing about it is, as much as you guys try to say that you don't like Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones, this is the stuff Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones does. Like, the way you guys are thinking, that's the exact same way. To say that, because think about this, even if we had to target Dalton Schultz because we had nobody else, he didn't have to catch the ball.
Right. He could have folded.
He could have dropped the ball.
That's what's alarming with me with the Dalton Kincaid guy, because like his to me what I've seen, because I haven't done super in depth, but from what I've viewed myself, was it looked like his best attribute is hands. Like he can catch, you know what I'm saying? But I don't like nothing else too much about him. I feel like he is pretty much a Schultz. You know what I'm saying? I think he's just a normal Dalton Schultz. Like, no, Dalton Schultz would be his ceiling. So, like, why would you get rid of the current Dalton Schultz for maybe a possible Dalton Schultz? Like, that don't make sense to me.
We got Dalton Schultz at home.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We ain't getting no McDonald's here. We ain't getting none.
And my thing is this, right? Listen, everybody, the salary cap is going to restrict you from having everybody good. The reason why every team doesn't have a Jason Kelce, you want to know why? I mean, whatever's, Kelce, or reason why everybody doesn't have, this great, want to know, one, they don't exist. There's just not enough of them. There's only there's only one Kittle. There's only one Kelce. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. And then guess what? With the salary cap, it restricts you from even being able to do that. Now, my thing is this. Cowboy fans, are we trying to rebuild our team, or are we trying to get back in the playoffs? All right, listen to me. I'm keeping everybody that contributed in the playoffs, especially in a game where I couldn't score. I'm sorry, 3 touchdowns in the playoffs. You guys got to remember, F all this regular season crap. Don't talk to me about no regular season stats. I don't give a damn. We go into the playoffs next year. Do y'all not understand that? Y'all want to talk to me about Dalton Schultz having 1,000? I don't give a damn. Tell me what he's going to do in the playoffs. Tell me, that's what I care about. Why? Because we're going to the playoffs. I'm telling you right now, in the month of March, the Dallas Cowboys are going to be in the playoffs in 2023.
Then I hear rumbles of Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets, sir. The NFC gonna be wide open if that happens. Like, it'll be wide open. Like, we ain't acting like Aaron Rodgers was this big determining factor, but he's still Aaron Rodgers, and like, you don't have Brady no more. Like,
and look
man,
at
the NFC gonna be wide open.
Wide open.
Jalen Hurts, Matt Stafford,
and Brock Purdy. Them guys, I'm not afraid of them guys. I go into them games with feeling like I got the better quarterback for sure. I don't care what none of y'all say. If we go and play San Francisco, I'd be like, yeah, we got the quarterback advantage. We go and play Philly, we got the quarterback advantage. I feel confident in saying that. So, we need to be able to strike right now, bro. That's my point. Like, we are way too close for us to be cautious in the way we forming our team. We way too close to be trying to erase everybody and start everything over. We way too close. We need to be adding to this football team.
Like Craig said, Derek Carr. Like, Derek Carr is one of the best quarterbacks in NFC now. That's not saying a lot. So yes, it's a very open
NFC wide open, y'all. It's wide open.
Starter kid, I love the comments, man, but you all over the place. He says Dalton Schultz is going to be the odd man out. If you keep, first off, Diggs is on a contract this year. He technically has a deal on it. CeeDee Lamb has 2 more years on his deal, and so does Parsons have 2 more. Also, Parsons, Diggs, and CeeDee's money will never have nothing to do with anybody's money on this team. So listen,
they should be paid the way they should be paid.
Listen to me. Yeah, exactly. Listen, guys like Diggs, CeeDee, and Parsons, their money has nothing to do with a tight end's money. Nothing. Parsons is going to be a $30 million linebacker and tight defensive end. And guess what? By the time it's time to play Parsons, the salary cap will have went up 2 times. CeeDee Lamb will be a $20 million receiver, but guess what? By the time he's a $20 million receiver, the cap will have went up 2 times, and $20 million will be technically $15 million by then. You know what I'm saying? Diggs should get paid this year regardless of anything. Why? Because Diggs is only making $2 million next year. My question is this: if you're Trevon Diggs, would you play for the Dallas Cowboys for $2 million? No, not at all.
Especially when the extension doesn't hurt the salary cap. Yeah, especially when the extension doesn't hurt the salary cap. Like, you can extend all these guys, and they're gonna play out there. They're gonna get some money up front. They're gonna play out at similar cap hits they're already on, and you worry about the extra money down the line. So, like, extensions are not scary. It's trying to sign a guy once all the years off their contract. That's crazy.
Hey, and also think about this: once a guy is starting, he's no longer a backup.
Facts.
I want everybody to sit on that. Because y'all love talking about but the backup behind him. But think about this: if you take Dalton Schultz off this team, who's the backup behind him?
Jake Ferguson.
Okay, but guess what? You run 12 personnel. You need more than one. You need more than 2 tight ends.
Yeah. So McKeon then look
like listen to me. We need to be figuring. Like, listen to me. It's not about bettering one player. It's about bettering the room. Like, you don't want a good running back. You want a running back room. Why? Because life happens. You don't want a good quarterback. The playoffs showed us that your ass better have a good quarterback room. Why? Because 2 backup quarterbacks played in the playoffs this year.
Patrick Mahomes back up, and
Three.
who
My
else?
bad. Three, because
Who
I
else?
forgot Patrick played.
Patrick Mahomes back up played, and who else played? Brock Purdy back up. And
That's four then.
Brock Purdy played. Baltimore played one.
Miami backup quarterback played.
Man,
That's four backup quarterbacks.
That's four.
So what we gonna? That's a good little segue to a Cooper Rush conversation. What we gonna do?
He gone.
You gonna draft a good one? You gonna if you look like you look, Wes, we just said I wouldn't be opposed to it. Go pull Cooper in the room and cowboy him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro. Hey, look, you got to be very convincing. Like, hey, Cooper. Hey, Cupper. Like Jerry say, hey, Cupper. Let me holler at you, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, when we just thought about that, bro. Yeah, how confident are you going into a playoff game with a rookie Hendon Hooker? Like somebody just said.
You're not.
How confident are you going into a game with a rookie? You know what I'm saying? One of these friends guys.
Let me give you something even more realistic. Even more realistic. Think about this. Imagine week 1, Dak plays half the game, and now you got to play Hendon Hooker for 5 games. And think about this. You can only lose one of those games.
We weren't even confident in Cooper Rush.
Exactly.
We weren't even confident in Cooper Rush going into that game.
This landlord, if that doesn't happen, you don't even get in the playoffs.
Boy, hold on. I got a better one. 2016, we wasn't even confident in Dak Prescott.
Straight up.
Like, stuff had to happen.
Well, the Cowboys wasn't. I felt like he was a decent quarterback though, from what I seen in the SEC.
Oh, y'all SEC.
Yeah, I seen him in the SEC too, but just the pressure of a rookie quarterback being out there playing for our playoff lives, especially with our track record, leading up to Dak Prescott getting there.
Shout out, Massey, boy.
If it went for Alabama having a whole NFL defense, Dak might have would have won a championship. Real talk. We had a whole NFL starting defense. That's who Dak lost to.
All them boys got drafted.
That's who Dak lost to, and he had. I think he might have had one player that was drafted on that team.
No,
other than him.
He had no offensive players that made it into the NFL outside of him.
And y'all sitting up here playing with that. He catapulted that team up to those heights with no other drafted players on the team.
Number 1 team in the country.
All right.
Yeah, man. So that's
Mississippi State ain't did nothing since.
Yeah. But hey, that's great points, and to be honest with you, that's why I say like for one more year, like. I'm actually okay with bringing Cooper Rush back too, because I'm not trying to if Dak goes down and can't play for 4 games, I'm gonna be sick regardless of who the quarterback is. But at least I'll feel better. Cooper Rush is probably the only name that's gonna make me feel halfway decent.
From what I seen from Cooper this year, I'd be I wouldn't be like, you know what I'm saying, breathing in the paper bag. I wouldn't be that panicky.
I wouldn't be swinging at the air. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be punching out. Yeah. So I'd be like, okay, maybe he can hold it down again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's talk about running back real quick before we get up out of here, because a lot of people asking about Josh. 2 positions. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. 2 positions that y'all love talking about, that we keep talking about, that I just don't believe the Cowboys are gonna go high on: tight end and running back. After the signing of Tony Pollard, I think if you do draft a running back, I think it pushes them back.
He's gonna be 4th, 5th round guy.
It's gonna be 4th, 5th round.
You got to remember, you drafted Tony Pollard in the 4th round,
and then it's a super deep running back draft too. Yeah,
and there's a bunch of free agent running backs that'll probably not even be. Listen to me, when the draft happens, there will probably be starting running backs like Chubb and these other guys. Hunt, that will still be free agents.
I can see that happen.
Like, imagine that you about to go draft the Gibbs and you got Kareem Hunt there. You just signed him.
And we talking about running backs like, we got to do something with Zeke, man. We got to see what we're going to do. Because like, now I'm just saying, the money together, bro, it's not going to happen. So maybe we can sign Tony long term and then it'll save Zeke. That's what we need to hope for. Because ain't no way you going into the season paying them boys that much money.
And there's no way.
Steven Jones not doing that.
There's no way. There's too much. And think about this. The risk says that he's going to miss some games. It doesn't make sense for any player that is injured to play on a franchise tag. You cannot tell there's no way Stephen Jones is too smart, I believe, for him to be sitting up here thinking that Tony Pollard, who has a broken fibula, is going to play all 17 games for him next year. There's no fact there, because think about this. He gave the franchise tag to the last 2 dudes, and they were healthy when he got it, and they didn't even finish the tag. They didn't even play the full season. So there's no way you think that an injured player in the same position is going to play 17 games. There's no way, man. You have to. But at the same time, it also makes it kind of weird to think that why would you tie up $10 million in guaranteed money before free agency? That just lets you know that the Cowboys were really never going to spend money in free agency.
Man.
Yeah.
They never were.
Now they gotta if they can restructure, now they back in the hunt. Like they back in the mix.
But you're trying to restructure to get the $10 million that you just gave away. Like we're almost like cutting ourselves and healing ourselves at the same time.
Yeah.
Like
they're hustling backwards.
Like think about this: 10 of the like. Listen, if you don't give the French, if you redo Dak's contract, which they're gonna do, that's gonna free up $22 million. Well, 10 of that's gonna go to Tony Pollard.
So you got 12.
So now you got 12. Like that, it almost defeats the purpose.
Yeah, man. I had to depart from y'all good gentlemen. I gotta get
we all about here, man.
Yeah.
He says he unfollowed the Cowboys. Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you, Stephon Diggs is not going nowhere. Man, let me tell y'all, stop getting caught up. I'm gonna tell you why people unfollow people and then follow people, because they know y'all gonna talk about it. That's why, man. Ain't nobody ever left no team because they unfollow folks. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff don't mean. I'm gonna tell y'all, none of that stuff means nothing, bro. None of that stuff means nothing. What means something is Stephon Diggs got like a $40 million dead cap on his contract. And unless they found out he's murdered somebody, there's no way they're trading him and going to eat $40 million, bro. And guess what? Stephon Diggs, everybody keeps on talking about him, he's mad. Well, guess what? He was rightfully mad. His quarterback was playing like ass and just threw another interception. Like people, if anything, they need to get rid of the quarterback because he's the one that pissed him off. Diggs was doing his job. Diggs was like, what is you doing? You know what I'm saying? So I don't think an organization is going to get rid of it. I just don't. And think about this. Diggs resurrected. He saved Josh Allen, man.
JB2 said Diggs is a goofy. He need to stay where he at. Yeah, so funny.
Yeah, I mean, Cowboys ain't trading for no Stephon Diggs, man. Come on now.
Yeah.
No, he ain't doing that, man. I just know this. I wish y'all loved Dak the way y'all love Josh Allen, and I wish y'all treated Josh Allen the way y'all treat Dak. Y'all already know what it is, man. Never look down because stars up.